William Poole was born on January 13th, 1925, to Charles and Clara Poole. His father, Charles Sr., born March 27, 1844, in Ritchie County, West Virginia, served in the Union Army with the 6th West Virginia Volunteers. He was wounded in the left leg, which required amputation above the knee. After the war, he received an invalid pension from the government. Charles married Clara Bell Strawbooth on August 15, 1915, in Fayetteville, Arkansas. She was 27 and he was 71. Charles and Clara were the parents of 5 children: Charles Thomas, born in 1916, Ernest John, born in 1918, Florence, born in 1922, William, known as Bill, born in 1925, and Garland, born in 1927. Charles Sr. died January 18, 1933, at the age of 88, and is buried in Friendship Cemetery, West Fork, Washington County, Arkansas. Clara Bell Straw Poole, born July 24, 1888, in Nevada, Iowa, died May 9, 1990, at the age of 101 in Bolivar, Missouri. She was the last Civil War widow to receive a pension in Missouri. Bill entered service in the United States Army in 1944 at the age of 19. After completing boot camp, he was sent to New York, where he boarded the Queen Mary and made his way to Scotland. From there, he headed to the continent and fought in the European campaign. During his service, he traveled throughout Europe, seeing firsthand the atrocities provided by the largest war the world had ever seen. As a replacement soldier, Bill saw some of the worst sights imaginable. As their name implies, the replacement soldiers are men who come into battle to replace the casualties. During battle, an officer was severely wounded. Bill Poole took the idea of no man left behind to heart and urged his commanding officer to help the injured soldier, which entailed going onto the battlefield to retrieve him. The commander didn't feel it was safe to do so, in essence, choosing to leave the man to his fate. Poole took it upon himself to recruit another soldier to rescue the officer, which saved his life. For this action, Bill was awarded a Bronze Star. After returning home from the war, Brother Bill married Shirley Courtney, and they had 9 children. Bill first worked as a mechanic, then went into construction, where he was able to provide for his large family. His daughter praised her father, saying he never missed a day of work, and they went to church every Sunday.
Lee Creek is not too far from your place, so
We had to go about two miles up the mountains through just a trail, mountain trail. Yeah. And us kids I wrote the poem. Let me tell you about my old school days. If you went to school, you had to walk a ways.
yeah.
You started out feeling fine, as up the trail you did walk. But I reached a cat step bluff a little late. You slowed down and began to puff. About that time, the old school bell began to ring. Knew right there, gonna be tardy again. Oh, I took my training in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I shipped to Scotland, Jericho, Scotland, and I shipped from there to Scotland. Because I went on to Queen Mary, and they didn't harbor at very many places.
Yeah.
But they landed in Scotland, but we just landed there one morning and headed out that night and went to England, then to France, across the channel, and then up and met.
Okay.
I
And you were at the Battle of the Bulge then?
No, I wasn't in the battle.
Okay. You were replacement troops?
I was a replacement.
Yeah.
Went right in, pulled up our mittens, and read about Baby Ray and three little kittens. With a nod of the head, we headed out back to the trail that led to Old Black Jack. We never had moderate convenience, and that was bad, but it all made up with fun we had.
Oh, great. So you lived on the farm until you enlisted in the Army.
Well, we owned the farm.
Yeah.
Fact of the matter, when the state park took it, they kept the name farmer right there on the, a board till finally, it never, when the state bought the land up, my mother was a widow, and they didn't force her to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that your mother was actually collecting Civil War pension. And what I read, she was the last one to receive pension from the Civil War in Missouri, in the state of Missouri. And sadly, she passed away in 1990.
My brother Danny. Yeah, he was replacing her, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So when you were finished with the Army, you came back to Arkansas then.
Yeah.
And what did you do? You just go back to farming then?
Well, I done different things. I drove it. I had a truck for a while, and then I went to doing cleaning brick and such as that
Okay. So,
from some bricklayer local.
well, that's great. That's great. And then you started your own family. One of the daughters is Carolyn. Another daughter is Jean. So, and
And then
they're
Danny is the youngest. He's the youngest brother.
okay. And you're with Carolyn and Jean then.
Yeah,
the
I'm-
youngest
I'm the-
sibling.
I'm the youngest son,
And your name?
Danny Poole.
Danny Poole. Glad to meet you. So, and how are you doing today? Are you ready for lunch?
I reckon.
Yeah. Okay. You don't just belong to one camp. Any camp can claim you though, but you are the member of the whole state of Missouri. And that's what this says.
That's neat.
So, put this here,
You get to keep that.
and that is yours.
It's really nice.
And I also have another thing for you. This is the badge for Sons of Union Veterans of the Civil War. And I would like to present that to you. And if Carolyn would like to do the honors to pin it on.
Put it on. Okay. That's pretty neat, isn't it? We can put that in the shower box too.
These are not go on extremely easy. I will warn you now.
Okay. There, I got it.
Congratulations, Mr. Poole. And again, thank you for your service.
Yes.
Really appreciate it.
Let's see, you've got all these, so.
Where the grapes of wrath are stored, he hath loosed